Digital India is sadhana of Atmanirbhar Bharat, says Prime Minister Modi on completion of 6 years of Digital India. Government making efforts to create robust medical infrastructure in the country, says Prime Minister Modi. India targets creation of additional 2.5 billion tons carbon sequestration by 2030, says Prakash Javadekar. Assam announces evaluation formula for class 10 and 12 students. And Unlock Phase 1 begins in Nagaland, all essential shops to stay open till 2 p.m. A very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of DDK Guwahati. This is Sangeeta Bhattacharjee. Now the stories in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that 6 years of Digital India program marks rapid strides that the country has taken in adoption of technology. Modi said during the last 6 years, people's lives have been transformed with Digital India. Addressing a function to mark 6 years of the government's flagship program Digital India, he said the vision of minimum government and maximum governance will be fulfilled with help of Digital India. Modi said Digital India is the sadhana of Atmanirbhar Bharat and is the slogan for becoming a stronger India in the 21st century. The Prime Minister said DigiLocker is a good example of how effective Digital India has been.
भारत को डिजिटल पथ पर तेज गति से आगे बढ़ाते हर देशवासी का जीवन आसान बनाने का सपना पूरे देश का है। इसको पूरा करने में हम सभी दिन रात लगे हुए हैं। देश में आज एक तरफ इनोवेशन का जुनून है तो दूसरी तरफ इनोवेशन को तेजी से एडप्ट करने का जज्बा भी है और इसलिए डिजिटल इंडिया भारत का संकल्प है। डिजिटल इंडिया आत्मनिर्भर भारत की साधना है। डिजिटल इंडिया 21वीं सदी में सशक्त होते भारत का एक जयघोष है। मिनिमम गवर्नमेंट मैक्सिमम गवर्नेंस के सिद्धांतों पर चलते हुए सरकार और जनता के बीच, सिस्टम और सुविधाओं के बीच, समस्याओं और सर्विस के बीच गैप कम करना, इनके बीच की मुश्किलें खत्म करना और जन सामान्य की सुविधा बढ़ाना इस समय की मांग रहा है।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that the government is making efforts to create a robust medical infrastructure in the country. He said over 2 lakh crore rupees have been allocated in this year's budget for creating modern medical infrastructure. While addressing the doctors on National Doctors' Day today, Modi said a credit guarantee scheme worth 50,000 crore rupees has been introduced to strengthen the health infrastructure in the country. He said more than 22,000 crore rupees have been allocated for creating child health care infrastructure. He said new AIIMS and medical colleges are being set up and medical seats have been increased in the last 7 years. Appreciating the doctors and medical fraternity's role in tackling the COVID-19 pandemic, the Prime Minister said doctors, healthcare and frontline workers have saved many lives during the pandemic.
दूसरा रूप कहा जाता है और वैसे ही नहीं कहा जाता। कितने ही लोग ऐसे होंगे जिनका जीवन किसी संकट में पड़ा होगा, किसी बीमारी या दुर्घटना का शिकार हुआ होगा या फिर कई बार हमें ऐसा लगने लगता है कि क्या हम किसी हमारे अपने को खो देंगे, लेकिन हमारे डॉक्टर्स ऐसे मौकों पर किसी देवदूत की तरह जीवन की दिशा बदल देते हैं, हमें एक नया जीवन दे देते हैं।
In Sikkim, National Doctors' Day was celebrated in Raj Bhavan, Gangtok today. The Governor Ganga Prasad and the Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang graced the occasion as the Chief Guest and Guest of Honour respectively. The members of Cabinet were also present. In his speech, the Governor congratulated the doctors and other health workers on this occasion. He stated that doctors and health workers are playing pivotal role during the pandemic since 2 years to save the life of mankind. The Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang, while congratulating all the awardees, said that this initiative will definitely encourage all the health workers of the state.
डॉक्टर दिवस 2021 को यस अवसरमा मेरो व्यक्तिगत तर्फबाट अनि सिक्किम सरकारको तर्फबाट म तपाईहरुलाई धन्यवाद दिँदै अभिनन्दन।
Environment and Forest Minister Prakash Javadekar today said India has taken a target of creating additional 2.5 billion tons carbon sequestration by 2030. He said in last 7 years, the tree cover within and outside the forest has grown by 15,000 square kilometers. The minister kicked off plantation drive by planting a Parijat tree at his residence. Javadekar appealed to people to plant a tree and ensure its growth. Van Mahotsav began a few years after India's independence.
को बढ़ाना 3 साल संभालना ज्यादा महत्वपूर्ण है। उसको नियमित पानी देना, उसकी जमीन को ठीक करना, उसको खाद देना और जंगल में भी अभी ये वन महोत्सव शुरू होता है। जंगल में सब प्रकार के एक्शन प्लान के तहत पेड़ लगाए जाते हैं। पिछले 7 साल में मोदी जी के प्रशासन में 15,000 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर इतना वृक्ष संपदा बढ़ी है।
The Goods and Services Tax GST system, the country's biggest tax reform, completes 4 years today. During these years, several key policy initiatives were taken by the government to make the GST system and compliance mechanism simple, transparent and technology-driven. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said GST has been a milestone in the economic landscape of India. Modi said it has decreased the number of taxes, compliance burden and overall tax burden on the common man, while significantly increasing transparency, compliance and overall collection. Minister for Road, Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari has said that GST will help achieve the vision of $5 trillion India economy by 2025. The Assam government on Thursday announced the formula to evaluate students of the Class 10 and 12 State Board. The exam had to be cancelled amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Education Minister Dr. Ranoj Pegu made the announcement in presence of officials of the Board of Secondary Education Assam SEBA and Assam Higher Secondary Education Council ASEC, the boards responsible for conducting the examinations. This year, results will be calculated with students' performance in past examinations and other teaching, learning activities conducted for students.
তেওঁলোকে পৰীক্ষা দিব পাৰিব আৰু সেই পৰীক্ষা আমাৰ সেবা আৰু কাউন্সিলে পৰীক্ষা অনুষ্ঠিত কৰিব। আমি কৈছো 15 সেপ্টেম্বৰৰ ভিতৰত আমি পৰীক্ষা অনুষ্ঠিত কৰিবৰ কাৰণে চেষ্টা কৰিম। যদি 15 সেপ্টেম্বৰৰ ভিতৰত পৰীক্ষা অনুষ্ঠিত কৰাৰ কাৰণে এটা সুস্থিৰ পৰিস্থিতি নহয় তেনেহলে তাৰ পাছত পৰীক্ষা অনুষ্ঠিত হ'ব। দৰকাৰ হলে 2022 চনত হলেও পৰীক্ষা অনুষ্ঠিত হ'ব।
On the occasion of 6th year completion of Digital India program, Raghumani Singh, a farmer from Manipur, has shared his experience with mobile-based agro advisory services. Manipur Chief Minister Ran Biren Singh said it was a fascinating story from a farmer of the state.
मेरा नाम है रघुमणि सिंह। मैंने मणिपुर की लोमी सिंह पौजल के एक टोल फ्री है, इसमें मैंने कॉल करने के बाद बहुत एडवाइस मिला इन लोगों से। इसमें मेरा खेत में जितने भी फर्टिलाइजर क्या फर्टिलाइज बनाना करना है, प्रिपरेशन करना है, क्या फर्टिलाइज डालना है, इसके लिए बहुत मेरे को फायदा मिला है। और इसके लिए मैंने डिजिटल इंडिया और भारत के प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी को मैं मेरी तरफ से और भारत के मणिपुर के किसानों की तरफ से बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ।
The Meghalaya government on Thursday carried out the induction training program of 38 newly appointed officers of the Meghalaya Civil Service of the 2021 batch. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma graced the event with his presence. Taking to Twitter, Chief Minister Conrad Sangma said service to people and the state must be the officers' motivating factor. He urged them to serve with purpose and integrity, keeping people first as they discharge the duties for overall growth and development of the state. India has administered over 27,60,000 COVID vaccine doses to the eligible beneficiaries during the last 24 hours. With this, more than 33 crore 57 lakh vaccine doses have been administered so far under nationwide vaccination drive. Union Health Ministry in a statement said that the country has reported 48,786 new cases of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. The active caseload in the country has further declined and reached the level of 5,23,257. The active cases constitute 1.72% of the total reported cases so far. A total of 61,588 patients also recovered from the infection during the last 24 hours, taking the total recoveries to more than 2,94,88,000. The country has registered further improvement in the recovery rate, which has now increased to 96.97%. In the last 24 hours, 1,005 deaths were reported in the country. Recording 2,762 active cases, Arunachal Pradesh has topped with 32,923 cured cases, even as the dead numbered 172. In Assam, active cases clocked 25,088 active cases, even as discharged cases numbered 4,77,510. The tally for the dead is 4,539. Manipur has 6,012 active cases, followed by 62,628 cured cases, even as the dead accounted for 1,150. Saddled with 4,216 active cases, Meghalaya has registered 44,459 discharge cases. The tally for the dead is 838. Reporting 4,211 active cases, Mizoram has a caseload of 16,188 released cases, even as the dead accounted for 93. Nagaland has logged 1,341 active cases, followed by 23,403 discharge cases. The dead numbered 495. Sikkim has recorded 2,023 active cases, even as the released cases topped 18,214. The tally for the dead is 307. Tripura has 3,875 active cases, 61,663 cured cases, even as the dead accounted for 682. Nagaland's Unlock Phase 1 has begun from today for a period of 10 days up to 10th of July. The Nagaland government announced Unlock 1 on 28th of June after the state was under the lockdown period for almost 1.5 months amid the second wave of COVID-19. Following the announcement of unlocking in the state, life is slowly returning back to normal as most of the activities have been relaxed. However, this 10-day Unlock 1 in the state will be an observatory period for unlocking and reducing COVID-19 curbs in the state. During the 10-day period, the state government in its guidelines has allowed all essential shops and business to open from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., while shops dealing with all kinds of goods are permitted to open on alternate days. In Manipur, the Chief Minister N. Biren Singh announced that a cash reward of 20 lakh rupees would be given to the first fully vaccinated assembly constituency. The cash reward is aimed to encourage mass vaccination drives being taken up in all the assembly constituencies of the state. Addressing the public in the launching program of mobile insulated vaccination bus in Imphal East on Wednesday, Biren said the nationwide free vaccination drive conducted under the leadership of Prime Minister is the only weapon to fight COVID-19. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.